Hey, sixth grade, I hope all is well. Today in math, we're going to be talking about temperature. This is going to cover page 267 and 268 in your textbook. So, Fahrenheit is most oftenly used in the United States, although Celsius is usually used in the scientific field. Celsius is also used in most of the rest of the world. 1 degree Celsius is a greater change than 1 degree Fahrenheit. The formula to change Celsius to Fahrenheit is F equals N over 5 times C plus 32, where F stands for Fahrenheit and C stands for Celsius. So the example it gives to convert 35 degrees Celsius to something degrees Fahrenheit is it starts out 9/5 times C plus 32. The C is 35, so 9/5 times 35 over 1 plus 32. When you multiply that out, you get 315 over 5. And then when you simplify that, you get 63. So it becomes 63 plus 32, which is 95 degrees Fahrenheit. So if we're going to do some of these on our own, let's go with 20 degrees Celsius equals blank degrees Fahrenheit. So 9/5 times 20 over 1, and then all that plus 32. So 9 times 20 is 180. 5 times 1 is 5. So we've got to do 180 over 5 plus 32. So 5 into 180. We know it will go evenly because that ends in 0. 5 into 18 is 3 times, which is 15. Subtract, you get 3. Bring down your 0. 5 goes into 36 times. So it's going to become 36 plus 32. If we add those together, put that above it, 8, 6, 20 degrees Celsius is the same as 68 degrees Fahrenheit. On B, we have 65 degrees Celsius, so 9 over 5 times 65 over 1. I'm going to go ahead and simplify this sum to make it smaller numbers. 5 will go into both of those. 5 goes into 5 one time. 5 goes into 65 13 times. I know you don't know your 13s, but you should know that 5 times 12 is 60, and that's just 5 more. So we have 9 times 13. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 1 is 9, 10, 11, 117 over 1, because 1 times 1, so I'm just going to leave it as that, plus 32. So I'm going to bring my 32 down here. Add it together. That's 9. That's 4. That's 1. So 65 degrees Celsius is 149 degrees Fahrenheit. C is 45 degrees Celsius. So 9 over 5 times 45 over 1. I can simplify that as well. 5 goes into 5 one time. 5 goes into 45 9 times. So we have 9 times 9, which is 81 over 1 plus 32. So I'm going to bring my 81 above it. 1 plus 2 is 3. 8 plus 3 is 11. So 45 degrees Celsius is 113 degrees Fahrenheit. D, we have 5 degrees Celsius. So 9 over 5 times 5 over 1. Simplify that. 1 and 1. 9 times 1 is 9. 1 times 1 is 1, so it's just 9, plus 32. 32 plus 9 is 41 degrees Fahrenheit. On E, we have 70 degrees Celsius. So 9 over 5 times 70 over 1. We can simplify. 5 does go into 70. Let's see how many times. Sorry, getting more situated here. 5 into 7 one time. 5 minus 2. Bring down my 0. 5 into 20 4 times, so it's 14. So it's going to be 1 here 14 here. 9 times 14. 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 1 is 9, 10, 11, 12. So 126 plus your 32, so 32. 6 plus 2 is 8. 2 plus 3 is 5, 1. So 70 degrees Celsius is the same as 158 degrees Fahrenheit, which is super hot. 95 degrees Celsius, even hotter. We have 9 over 5 times 95 over 1. See how many times 5 goes into 95 because we can simplify that. 5 goes into 9 one time. 5 minus 4. Bring down my 5. 5 goes into 45 9 times. So 1 and 19. So then 19 times 9. 9 times 9 is 81. 9 times 1 is 9. Plus 8 is 17. So it's going to be 171 plus your 32. 2 plus 1 is 3. 7 plus 3 is 10. 1 plus 1 is 2. 95 degrees Celsius is 203 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so now a little bit of a review from yesterday. We have to figure out x in a proportion. For this, remember, we cross multiply. So it's going to be 4 times x. So 4x equals 3 times 21, which is 63. I know that because 3 times 2 is 6, 1 times 2 is 3, 63. Simple enough. So then, to get x by itself, we divide both sides by 4. So x equals 63 over 4. I'm going to divide that. 4 goes into 6 one time. 4, subtract 2, bring down your 3. 4 goes into 23 5 times. It's 20. Subtract, you get 3. So my whole number is going to be 15. My denominator is going to be 4. My numerator is going to be what's left over, which is 3. So x equals 15 3/4. On D, we have another one where we're solving for x. This is a little bit simpler though. First we get rid of this 1, so subtract 1 from both sides. So x over 5 equals 3 minus 1, which is 2. Then to get rid of this 5, we multiply both sides by 5. It cancels out. X equals 2 times 5, which is 10. On 5, this is back to our compound measurements. We're doing 2 hours, 10 minutes minus 1 hour, 25 minutes. Make sure you're still following your rules of subtraction. I've seen some where we switch these and we have to subtract just like normal. We can't take 25 from 10 though, so we have to borrow. So I'm going to make this 1 hour and add 1 hour to this, which is 60 minutes, so that 10 would then become 70 minutes. Can't take 5 from 0, so I've got to borrow from that. Make that 6, make that 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 6 minus 2 is 4. 1 minus 1 is 0, so it is simply 45 minutes. On B, we have 59 pounds, 4 ounces, plus 83 pounds, 15 ounces. 4 plus 5 is 9. 1 plus nothing is 1, so 19 ounces. 9 plus 3 is 12. 8 plus 5 is 13, 14. There are 16 ounces in a pound, so we are not done yet. We have to simplify this even more. There are 16 ounces in 1 pound, and I'll be able to bring 1 pound down. And then 19 minus 16 will be 3. So I'm adding 1 pound and 3 ounces. So 3 ounces and 143 pounds. On C, we have 25.5% of $8,050. Well, 25.5, just as a decimal, or as a whole number, would be 25.5. Now we've got to move that decimal point over to 1, 2. So it's going to be 8050 times 0.255. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 0 is 0 plus 2. 5 times 8 is 40. Add a 0. Then these numbers are going to be the same because it's by 5 again. So 0, 5, 2, 0, 4. Sorry, those aren't lined up very well. Oh, and I skipped a row. 2 times 0. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1. 2 times 8 is 16. 0, 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. 2. 4 plus 1 is 5. 4 plus 6 is 10. 1 plus 1 is 2. Then we have 1, 2, 3 decimals. 1, 2, 3 decimals. Make sure you're doing this part. A lot of you are multiplying and getting the correct numbers, but not getting the correct decimal point. So your answer, don't forget your dollar sign, is going to be $2,052.75. I need to be able to figure out, does that make sense? Well, it wants to know about 25% of about 8,000. Well, 25% is 1/4. 8 divided by 4 is 2, so it should be around 2,000. So yes, that is a logical answer. That's a quick way to estimate and see if our answers make sense. Now I could be off still a little bit. I could have added or multiplied it wrong, but I know that at least this is a good estimate. On D, we're multiplying 7 tablespoons and 2 teaspoons times 5. So 5 times 2 is 10 teaspoons. 5 times 7 is 35 tablespoons. There are 3 teaspoons in 1 tablespoon, so we need to simplify this. Since there are 3, well, we divide 10 by 3. 3 will go into it 3 times. So we're going to add 3 tablespoons. It will go into it and equal 9, which means we'll have 1 left over. So then we add it together. We have 38 tablespoons and 1 teaspoon. E, 5/7 squared. That means we square both of those numbers in that fraction. So 5 squared, 5 times 5 is 25. 7 squared, 7 times 7 is 49. Now we got to look and see if there's any number that goes into both of those if we can simplify. 49, the only numbers that go into it are 1 and 7 and 49, which means since 7 can't go into 25, this is simplified. That's your answer. Okay, G, 1 1/2 divided by 2 1/4. We need to make these mixed numbers first. So 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So 3 over 2 divided by 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So it becomes 3/2 divided by 9/4. Remember, we can switch this to multiplication and switch this to make it easier. So 3/2 times 4 over 9. And then we can simplify this a lot. 3 goes into both of these. 3 goes into 3 one time. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 2 goes into both of these. 2 goes into 2 one time. 2 goes into 4 2 times. So now we multiply. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. 2/3 is as simplified as we can get. That is our answer. I hope this is making sense, 6th grade, especially the new stuff, which is our Celsius to Fahrenheit. Tomorrow we'll be working on Fahrenheit to Celsius, so if you're not getting it, if it doesn't make sense, please reach out to me and let me know, either on Jupiter or on Zoom. Stay safe. I'll see you soon.